My family has certain political beliefs. So a lot of these names I've heard my whole life. Michael Parenti, Noam Chomsky, Gene Faraka, people in NPR. And Michael Parenti in particular, my brother was always really into. He's seen him speak before. He's just so unbelievably passionate about his political beliefs.
Did we pass it?
What's that? No, no. Oh, geez, I guess we did.
Hey, Tim, will you make sure I don't kill anybody?
Okay. Don't go, don't go. There's a bike. Okay, go ahead. I think.
Anybody want water? Reverse osmosis filtered water.
I wouldn't mind a glass of water if you don't mind.
They come in and help themselves.
I have to tell you, Michael, it is an honor to meet you, sir.
Oh, stop that.
I really admire your work, sir, let me tell you.
That's good. That's nice of you. Admire my work, don't admire me. By 21, I was already teaching college as a graduate student assistant on a stipend, getting my master's degree at Brown University. I was teaching. Then I went to Yale, get my PhD, and I got sort of swept up in the Vietnam War and started seeing it as a very crazy wrong. And then I began to question not just the war, but the people who produced the war. And then I began to question the system that produced these people, and the media and the elections and the lack of dialogue. And all through those years, the whole debate around Vietnam, which is just like it is today with Iraq, was between those who said we could win this war and those who said we could not win this war. And that was the extent of the debate. These are the kind of things I started coming up with. And once I came up with these things, you could see them. I couldn't pretend they didn't exist. And I found people calling me an extremist and calling me an agitator. After I started getting active and I got beaten up and arrested by the police and all that, in the Kent State Day demonstrations, there was about 50 college campuses all over the country, just strikes and people really coming out. And there's all the blood down my face, yeah.
Oh my, that's you?
And that's me, yeah. I had curly hair in those days.
What were they doing to you?
They had clubs like this, I'm not kidding. And it came down, one guy came down, and he was going to hit me right here. And I heard him later in the jail said, if I had gotten a good first clean lick on that guy, he'd be a dead man now. But he was coming down, but another guy hit me here. So that brought my head this way, so his blow just caught me on the corner of the head. And but I had 12 stitches. I had a hole here and one over my eye.
Wow.
It was only when I couldn't get a job, when the doors were slammed, you know, Parenti, oh God. So that's when I decided, well, what I got to do, you got a lemon, you make lemonade, right? So I'll concentrate on my writing and and speaking.
What was going through your head during those years when you were hard up for, a place to...
See, there are two kinds of people. There are people who have things. They get big cars and big, beautiful houses, and really nice houses and all that. And then there are people who do things. I'm 73 years old, and I still think of doing things rather than having things. So, like this Gustave Caillebotte. I love this painting, you see? Got the camera up on there? The original is in a museum in Chicago. And one day I thought, I'd love to have the original. Then I thought, no, I don't want the original. Why should I have the original in this little house? It should be in the museum where everybody could see it, you know? I settled for this print in the frame. That's good enough.
If you kind of had like one piece of advice that would, kind of help us as we're in this stage, like what would that be?
Well, be true to yourself. It gets very alienating when you're pretending to be somebody you're not.
There's home. Yeah.
The big green, oh my God.
I like to call it the big pickle.
All you live in there?
Yeah, yeah.
may not have my principles like exactly spelled out right now, but it doesn't worry me. Like I feel like I just have like a collection of experiences. Maybe one day, like when I'm faced with a choice, I can make it with more confidence because of them, you know?